Scene script. Have you ever wondered how Israel, a small yet immensely influential country, came into being? The genesis of Israel is a tale that stretches back millennia, interwoven with stories of faith, resilience, and survival. Our narrative commences with the biblical roots of Israel, a fascinating chronicle that's been passed down through generations. According to the Bible, the Israelites were descendants of Abraham, who made a covenant with God. The Israelites later found themselves in Egypt, where they were enslaved for hundreds of years. This period of oppression culminated in an event known as the Exodus, when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt and towards the Promised Land. This journey led to the establishment of the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. These were prosperous times, with Jerusalem as the political and religious center. The construction of the first temple by King Solomon is a key event during this period, symbolizing the unity and strength of the Israelites. However, this period of prosperity was not to last. The kingdoms faced invasions and were eventually overrun by foreign empires. The Babylonians, under King Nebuchadnezzar, destroyed the first temple and exiled the Jews. This period, known as the Babylonian captivity, was a significant turning point in Jewish history. Yet, the resilience of the Israelites shone through. They returned from exile during the Persian Empire's reign, rebuilding the Second Temple and re-establishing their presence in the region. The Greek and Roman empires also left their mark on Israel, with the Romans eventually destroying the Second Temple. These historical periods, marked by shifts in power, faith, and cultural influence, played a crucial role in shaping what would become modern Israel. The impact of these foreign empires is evident in the diverse cultural, religious, and architectural landscape of the region. This ancient history laid the groundwork for the Israel we know today. But what happened next? As we move forward in time, the Middle Ages brought significant changes to this region. The Arab Caliphate stepped onto the historical stage, extending its rule across the Middle East, including the land that is now Israel. Their reign, lasting several centuries, brought a wave of Islamic influence, shaping the cultural and religious landscape of the region. The Arab Caliphate's rule was not unchallenged, however. The Crusades, a series of religious wars initiated by the Christian West, aimed at reclaiming the Holy Land from Islamic rule. These conflicts, often marked by intense violence and fervor, further complicated the region's history, leaving a lasting impact. Jerusalem, the city at the heart of these struggles, became a melting pot of cultures, religions, and tensions, a character it retains to this day. Following the Crusades, the region fell under the control of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans, based in modern-day Turkey, ruled for over 4 centuries, from the late Middle Ages to the end of the First World War. Their rule brought relative stability and allowed for a rich tapestry of cultures to coexist. Still, the desire for self-determination among various ethnic and religious groups continued to simmer beneath this seemingly placid surface. Fast forward to the late 19th century, and we witness the rise of Zionism, a movement advocating for the re-establishment of a Jewish homeland in the territory defined as the historic land of Israel. Influenced by the broader currents of nationalism sweeping across Europe, Zionism added a new layer to the complex history of this region. The idea of a Jewish homeland was both a beacon of hope for Jews facing persecution in Europe and a source of controversy amid the existing Arab population of Palestine. In this intricate weave of history, from the Arab Caliphate to the Crusades, the Ottoman rule, and the rise of Zionism, we see the region evolving, adapting, and often struggling with its cultural, religious, and political identity. The winds of change were beginning to stir, bringing us to the pivotal 20th century. The 20th century was a crucial period in the history of Israel. But why? Let's delve deeper into this fascinating era. The beginning of the 20th century saw the issuance of the Balfour Declaration in 1917. This was a public statement by the British government expressing support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. It was a game changer, setting the stage for the events to come. Following World War I, Britain was given the mandate for Palestine by the League of Nations. This mandate, effective from 1920 to 1948, was a historical period where Britain had control over the region of Palestine. It was during this time that tensions between Jewish immigrants and the Arab population began to rise. Jewish immigration, driven by the Zionist movement, was increasing rapidly. This increase, coupled with the growing national aspirations of the Arab population, led to heightened conflict. The horrors of the Holocaust during World War II played a significant role in accelerating the establishment of Israel. The systematic murder of 6 million Jews by Nazi Germany intensified the demand for a Jewish state where Jews could live in safety and freedom. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan, suggesting a division of Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international administration. Despite Arab rejection of the plan, it was approved by the UN General Assembly. And then, on the 14th of May, 1948, the momentous day arrived. David Ben-Gurion, the executive head of the World Zionist Organization, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. This declaration marked the birth of modern Israel, a moment that was met with jubilation by Jews around the world, but also with opposition from neighboring Arab states. The birth of modern Israel, however, was not without its challenges. Indeed, this period was marked by significant struggles and conflicts, setting the stage for the turbulent history that would follow. Yet, the resilience and determination of the people led to the establishment of a nation that has endured and thrived. Post-1948, Israel found itself in a series of conflicts. But what were they? The journey of Israel, post its declaration of independence in 1948, has been fraught with conflict. A mere day after its establishment, Israel was invaded by neighboring Arab states, sparking the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, which lasted for nearly a year. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the new state emerged victorious, expanding its territory beyond the partition plan proposed by the United Nations. Fast forward to 1967, the Six-Day War erupted. This conflict, despite its brief duration, had profound implications. Israel, in a preemptive strike against Egypt, Syria, and Jordan, captured significant territories, including the Gaza Strip, the Sinai Peninsula, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. This swift victory significantly altered the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. Then came the Yom Kippur War in 1973, a surprise attack by Egypt and Syria on the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. Israel, caught off guard initially, managed to push back the invaders and broker a ceasefire, but the war had lasting impacts, leading to a shift in regional dynamics and prompting Israel to reassess its security measures. Interwoven with these wars is the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, a complex and deeply rooted issue, with both sides asserting their right to the same land. Efforts towards peace have been manifold. The Oslo Accords in the 1990s, for instance, aimed to accomplish mutual recognition and the establishment of a Palestinian self-government. But the path to peace has been rocky, with frequent setbacks. In 2020, a new chapter began with the Abraham Accords. These agreements marked a significant shift as they established formal relations between Israel and several Arab countries, including the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, suggesting a changing tide in the region's politics. Despite the conflicts, Israel has made significant strides in various fields. The journey continues, marked by both conflict and the relentless pursuit of peace. Modern Israel, a land of contrast and innovation, but what makes it so unique? This question takes us on a journey of exploration, from gleaming tech hubs to verdant agricultural fields and through a vibrant blend of cultures. Israel, despite its compact size, has made substantial strides in technology. It's often referred to as the startup nation, boasting more startups per capita than any other country. This innovation extends to fields such as robotics, cybersecurity, and even space exploration, with Israel being the fourth country to land a spacecraft on the moon. In agriculture, Israel has turned the challenges of a harsh desert climate into opportunities. It's a world leader in drip irrigation and water recycling, technologies that have revolutionized farming in arid regions around the globe. Meanwhile, its culture thrives in a melting pot of traditions, from the ancient Hebrew language, revived and spoken today, to its world-renowned orchestras and vibrant street art. However, this nation is not without its trials. Israel grapples with complex demographic issues, a tapestry of diverse groups, Jews from around the world, Arabs, Druze, Bedouins, makes for a rich cultural patchwork, but also presents challenges for social cohesion. Political instability is another hurdle, with numerous elections held in recent years due to an inability to form a stable government. And of course, there are the ongoing conflicts. Despite significant strides towards peace, tensions with Palestinian territories and neighboring countries persist, impacting both international relations and domestic politics. Yet, through all these challenges, Israel demonstrates a remarkable tenacity. It's a nation that, despite its young age, has faced numerous trials and has not only survived, but thrived. As we've seen, Israel's history is a rich tapestry of triumphs, trials, and tenacity. It is the story of a nation constantly evolving, yet firmly rooted in its past. This is the story of modern Israel, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of its people.